Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroLada.com, and my presence for 2025 for you is the 12 signs, a summary of my 2025 video horoscopes in short, small packages of 10, 15, 20 minutes max per sign. I focus on Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars because these are the most important and active planets that show the tangible results you'll see in your life in 2025. But if you want the extended version of those videos, I have them on my website, 2.5 hours per each sign, where I cover Neptune changing signs, Uranus changing signs, the bisextile between Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune, Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries, the eclipses. Month by month I go there, but here this is a summary for you, for the major influences, so you know where to concentrate your efforts and where the best and the biggest gains from your efforts will come. So enjoy. The Sun, Moon, Rising 2025. Cancer, the year starts with Mars full force in your sign, retrograde, and it's going to be there the first 4 months of the year. So Mars is the most important influence for you till the middle of April. And Mars is a very motivating, organizing energy. It's like the general of the horoscope. You're asked to mobilize your whole strength towards some goal, towards fixing or improving something in your life. And especially those cancers that are from 15 till 30 degrees, the last 15 degrees of Cancer will feel the mobilizing energy of Mars very strongly. The first couple of months, Mars is retrograde, so you might be changing something in a big way in your life that requires you consistent willpower and dedication. So if it's your ascendant, it might be something to do with your health that you're sometimes forced to do if you're not doing it willingly, like exercise, which is the high octave of Mars, of healthier routines. Your health might force you in that direction, that and you have to be a bit more careful about anything Mars related with your health, which is cuts, bruises, burnings, or inflammatory conditions or acute conditions that come quickly acute. But Mars will ask you to really fix those things, to really put them in order, as if it's your health, or if it's your sun there in Cancer, it's very much connected to your career as well. Restructuring something there, fixing, changing, redoing something there, putting extra energy, even if there are delays, but you'll see very positive results after that. If it's your moon sign in Cancer, it might hit more your relationships, your personal life, your personal life, family life, for example, that Mars is making some big changes there. That Mars is a fixer-upper, that you're changing in some way. And Mars rules your 10th house, being in your first house for so long, being in your sign. It's very much connected about your mission in life, your career, dealing with authority figures, with institutions of some sort the first 3 to 4 months, or if you're your own authority figure, if you have your own business, you might be very busy with something career related there. And with your duties and responsibilities worldly that you have to redo, or you have to really mobilize yourself to make some change, some initiative. Or you might be going through some fight of some sort, but this fight doesn't necessarily have to be something negative. You might be fighting with your own inner inclinations, for example, and Mars gives you this more general-like, soldier-like ability and discipline in some way. And another house Mars rules is the 5th house. It might be connected also to your love life, that you're making some changes those first 3-4 months of the year, or with your children, that you have to be more mobilized, you change something, more organized there to fix her up or again. All right, this is Mars. Like it's really one of the most important influences for you this year. But I have very good news, because even if Mars created some the first 4 months, 4 months, some stresses there, even on the physical level, or with career, or with like rearranging your whole life in some way, mobilizing your energy and so on. Jupiter enters from June your sign. Enters it then, will stay for 1 year. So Mars is like almost like Mars was the demolition crew that came everything that's not going well, you become aware of it, you break it down, you start building it up, and then Jupiter comes and says, I will fructify it, I will make it grow, I will make those new beginnings in your life be blissful. When from June 2025 till June 2026, Jupiter is in your sign. This is when you feel the energy lifting up for you so much. And Jupiter reaches up to the 25th degree in 2025. So the last 5 degrees of Cancer might not feel it yet in 2025, but there's this abundance and blissfulness of Jupiter. Something enters your life, something new that will stay in your life for the next 12 years, or it will be growing over the next 12 years. It might be new ideas, it might be new inspiration, new purpose, new meaning that gives you the reason to wake up, that awakens you, that might be improvement of your health. If there was some health issue before that with Mars there, it can be really healing of the body, healing of the mind, if the sun is there, healing of the heart, if the moon is in Cancer. Like Jupiter repairs, not repairs, but heals everything and gives you new opportunities, new higher perspective to look at. Jupiter makes you also more fertile, just know. So sometimes Jupiter rules children as well. Jupiter rules, and it brings you travel. Jupiter rules your 9th house from the second part of the year till the middle of 2026. There can be opportunities for you to travel, foreign places, living, also opportunities to more luck, to be definitely more lucky, to study something. 9th house is higher knowledge studying, but something that gives you meaning, purpose, that gives you joy. Jupiter is the planet of joy, and the biggest source of joy is knowledge and children sometimes. And Jupiter also rules your 6th house. The opportunities that come to you might be definitely connected to improving your health or improving your work. That's one of the houses of work. But that's from the second part of the year. So the blessings start pouring from June onwards. But the first part of the year till June, Jupiter is in your 12th house. So there is still more like about finishing things, letting go of unhealthy habits, for example, allowing you the first 6 months to giving you access as well to foreign countries. That's a 12th house. Jupiter can allow someone, if they want to live foreign place or whatever. Also, it's amazing for spiritual studies, for introspection, for healing the soul the first 5 months of the year. Because after that, when Jupiter enters your first house, is action time. And that's why the soul first needs to be healed, and inspiration comes when Jupiter is in the 12th house. You can get advice in your dreams from departed loved ones, from psychics, from astrologers. You can gain a lot from such spiritual and usually intangible sources. They and your inner self is very rich. Your inner world is very rich during this period. But then the action time comes. Of course, you still have action times with Mars in your first house. So you're constantly activated this year, Cancers. There is non-stop. First, Mars is there, while Jupiter is giving you here in the 12th house ability, maybe improving your sleep, maybe ability to let go of unhealthy habits, maybe spiritual support in enhancing your connection to higher power, to God. And then Mars leaves, Jupiter comes, and all those inspiration that you downloaded from the invisible world, you start manifesting it into the real world. And you'd feel so uplifted from June onwards. You'd feel positive, excited, you'd feel but not in a nervous way. Jupiter makes you in this very zen way that you feel motivated, start believing in yourself, trusting yourself, new opportunities, new luck comes to you. So very, very blessed the second part of the year. The first one is a bit harder with Mars. And the whole part of the year, Saturn, for 9 months out of 12, is in your 9th house, making a trine to Cancer, helping. Saturn is helping Cancer, whatever you start to be long-term. Whatever you start, even if it demands hard work, again, for you have the higher perspective of why you're doing it. And Saturn's been in your 9th house for already a couple of years. It has the last year, 2025. And so, Saturn is helping. Mars was the difficult planet for you. I spoke about it, but Saturn is stabilizing you here. And Saturn in the 9th house is good most of the year to sort out anything to do foreign status, if you want to relocate papers, documents to work on this, to get it done. Ninth house is also connected to law and order, any kind of legal issues you might be working through there. There's a lot of focus on this ninth house, especially February, March, and April. We have like a conglomeration of planets in your ninth house. So it might be a period you're either traveling to faraway place, connecting with people to faraway places, or studying something. Ninth house is higher knowledge, some degrees some of you might do, or learning something that is long-term that you can implement, or pre-qualifying in some way. Because Saturn is hard work. Ninth house is knowledge. So this is where you're doing the hard work. It's also changing your belief systems in a powerful way. And yes, there can be some kind of a crisis of faith when Saturn is in the ninth house, doubting if the things you've always believed are true, if reality is what you thought it is. That's why sometimes Saturn in the ninth can have a bit of a depressing influence, despite of its trine, because it touches on very existential questions. What is the purpose of life? I've always believed in this or that, or in science, or in astrology, or in God. Some people might doubt God. Some people might doubt, if they've always believed astrology, the astrology. Some people might doubt the political party they've always been affiliated with. Whatever your beliefs are, or you thought reality was, is dismantling and being restructured and reorganized to be more realistic, more true. Saturn removes all the bells and whistles and frills and shows you the core bare reality of what things are. So it's something big here connected to this ninth house. But somehow Cancer is very protected the second part of the year, and Saturn dips into your 10th house for 3 months, Neptune for 6 months. Only the very early Cancers, the first 3-4 degrees Cancers, will feel the Saturn very strongly, but there is over the next 2-3 years, over the next 3 years for sure, Saturn in your 10th house, just 3 months in 2025, but the whole 2026, the whole 2027, and part of 2028, Saturn will be in your 10th house, so will Neptune. And Saturn and Neptune meet this year at 0 degree Aries in your 10th house. So Cancer will be called to do something big for the world, or to find their true purpose in life. The 10th house is, what is your mission in life? What is the highest thing you can achieve in this lifetime? What is your grand work, your big opus, as they call it? And it's time for you to find it out if you haven't. Or it's time for you to materialize it. Saturn is to materialize something, and some new ideals will appear, some new inspirations, Neptune, which you over the next years will be asked to put into tangible reality. Some Cancers might be asked to be leaders of some sort in their community, or in their own business, or in the whole world in some way, because Saturn-Neptune conjunction in 25 and 26 is happening in your 10th house, Cancer. You'll have the biggest responsibility. This conjunction opens a period of 35 years. It's a very big period. So some seeds will be planted in 25 and 26 for you Cancers that will ask you to embody some ideal through your work, through your career, through your mission in the world, some new vision that you'll have to structure, and even some old careers or directions in life will definitely fall off while you'll see what your true mission is over the next couple of years. And you'll be called for something like a brand new beginning, something new there that you'll fulfill in a very public way, noticeable to others. And there's a lot more other things. Uranus is entering your 11th house. Neptune in your 10th. I speak about each of those planets for 10-15 minutes in my extended video, what it means for many years ahead and how you can utilize it the best way. But just remember that this year some of the biggest influences are in your 9th and 1st house. These are Dharma houses, who you are, self houses. Dharma is the path that you are, Dharma, the path your soul wants to walk in that will give it most fulfillment. So you're upgrading yourself this year. You're becoming more clear about the future. 9th house is the future. Your highest ideals and goals there as well is the 9th house. And you're quantifying, qualifying, realizing what they are, what your inner strengths are, and what your mission and meaning in life is somehow. So it's a fantastic time to study, to learn, to upgrade yourself, self-improvement of any sort. And also you will be guided this year to discover the path of joy, what brings you joy and meaning in life. And then you, with the planets moving after that to Earth houses in 26, 27, you start practically implementing it. But now are the inspirations. These are houses of inspiration, first, ninth, where God, you connect with the higher vibrations of God, of your higher self, if you want to call it. And you get aligned, your lower self to your higher self, to realize the mission, the vision for you, the path you're walking on, and you're choosing this path and you're committing to it. And then over the next years ahead, you'll be implementing it materially.